Megalodon. Just hearing the name sends a chill down your spine. A creature that once ruled Earth's oceans, unmatched in power, size, and dominance. This giant shark, whose name means big tooth, could reach lengths of up to 60 feet, making it more than 3 times the size of the largest great white shark alive today. Its bite force was estimated to be over 40,000 pounds, enough to crush bones, boats, and perhaps even small whales with a single chomp. The Megalodon was nature's ultimate sea monster, the undisputed apex predator of its time. But millions of years ago, it vanished without a trace. How could such a powerful creature just disappear? To understand the extinction of Megalodon, we first have to understand the world it lived in. Megalodon thrived during the Miocene and Pliocene epochs, roughly between 23 and 3.6 million years ago. The Earth was very different back then. Global temperatures were warmer, sea levels were higher, and the oceans teeming with marine mammals, its preferred prey. Early whales, giant sea cows, and seals roamed freely, creating a buffet for this prehistoric predator. It ruled the warm, shallow seas near coastlines across the globe, from North and South America to Europe, Africa, and Asia. Fossilized megalodon teeth have been found on every continent except Antarctica. These teeth, which could reach over 7 inches in length, are some of the only clues we have about the shark, since cartilage, the material that makes up a shark's skeleton, doesn't fossilize easily. Scientists have used these teeth, along with comparisons to modern sharks, to estimate the megalodon's size, feeding habits, and hunting behavior. From what we know, Megalodon didn't just survive, it thrived. So what went wrong? Around 3.6 million years ago, something began to shift. The Earth started cooling, marking the onset of the Ice Age. This wasn't just a drop in temperature, it was a major climate transformation. Sea levels began to fall as glaciers formed and water was locked up in ice. The warm coastal waters that Megalodon relied on for hunting began to shrink. At the same time, many of the large marine mammals it preyed on either migrated to colder regions or went extinct due to the changing climate. The once abundant food supply began to disappear. But climate change wasn't the only challenge Megalodon faced. New competition began to rise. Among them was the ancestor of the modern great white shark, a smaller, faster, and more adaptable predator. While Megalodon was an enormous, powerful hunter, its size worked against it when food became scarce. Large animals need more energy to survive, and with fewer prey available, the Megalodon found itself in an energy crisis. Great whites and other smaller sharks could survive on less food and adapt to new hunting grounds. They began to thrive while the Megalodon population declined. Another possible factor was the shift in ocean currents. As the planet cooled and continents drifted, major changes in the flow of warm and cold ocean water disrupted ecosystems. These currents affect everything from water temperature to nutrient distribution, and they likely played a role in reducing the abundance of prey in Megalodon's habitat. It wasn't one single event that doomed the Megalodon. It was a perfect storm of climate shifts, ecological change, food scarcity, and increased competition. And then at some point, they were gone. Megalodon, the giant of the seas, vanished. No one knows exactly when the last Megalodon swam through the oceans, but by about 2.6 to 3.6 million years ago, the fossil record goes silent. Its enormous teeth stopped appearing in newer sediment layers, and there's no evidence of its continued existence beyond that time. But the story doesn't end there. The legend of the Megalodon still looms large in our imaginations. Stories, hoaxes, and conspiracy theories have kept the myth alive. People have claimed sightings of massive sharks, unexplained bites on submarines, and blurry photos of deep-sea creatures. Movies like The Meg and documentaries have fueled speculation that Megalodon might still be lurking in the unexplored depths of the ocean. But despite these rumors, there is no scientific evidence that Megalodon still exists today. The ocean is vast and mysterious, but a predator of that size would likely leave signs: fresh teeth, bite marks on whales, sonar readings, and we found none. The fascination with Megalodon isn't just about its size or power. It's about what it represents: an ancient world, untamed and wild, filled with creatures beyond our understanding. In a way, the Megalodon reminds us of how fragile even the most powerful species can be. Despite being the top predator of its time, It couldn't withstand the massive changes in Earth's environment. That message is more relevant today than ever, as our modern ecosystems face similar challenges from climate change and human activity. Scientists are still uncovering new fossils and piecing together the puzzle of Megalodon's life and extinction. Every new discovery brings us closer to understanding the truth. And while we may never see a real Megalodon swim through our oceans again, the clues it left behind in ancient teeth, fossil sites, and prehistoric sediments tell a story more thrilling and dramatic than any movie. The fall of the Megalodon wasn't sudden. It was slow, complex, and shaped by forces much larger than any one creature. So next time you're at the beach or diving into the sea, think about the giants that once roamed those waters. The Megalodon may be extinct, but its legacy lives on in science, in stories, and in the depths of our curiosity. Because somewhere, buried beneath millions of years of sediment and mystery, the ocean still remembers the reign of the biggest shark that ever lived.